Call of Duty Modern Warfare first impressions. So, I've not played a Call of Duty game in a while. In fact, it's been a very long time in Call of Duty standards, because Call of Duty has made a bazillion games by this point, and they've made a bazillion games since I've last played the last one. So, a bazillion games later, how does it play? Well, it plays like Call of Duty. Yeah. If you're expecting something different, no. It's Call of Duty. A friend of mine said this plays smoother, and honestly it plays as smooth as I was expecting a Call of Duty game to be. On a technical level, this is just Call of Duty, and it's a decent Call of Duty game. I think High Moon Studios has done a fantastic job, especially for a studio that used to do just DLC. They understand what Call of Duty should play like and feel like, and they've done that. That said though, it feels like the designers of this game really want to make a different game, a more tactical, slower pace, realistic game, and they have included small hints that they want to do that so badly, and they've been doing that for years now, and they just, it just hasn't happened. So here we are. There's a couple things in this game that makes me think that they want to do that, mainly how the sound design works, how the game looks. Some of the interactions of the mechanics also just hint that the lean system, the mount system, but it's found its way into a Call of Duty game, and I don't know why it's here. In terms of the movement, it's classic Call of Duty. You can't really move that far. You don't really slide that far. It's just like classic Call of Duty in that regard. Yeah. So, what do I think? Well, it's a Call of Duty game. If you like Call of Duty, if you like really low skill shooter games, then this is fine. And that's allow me to explain. So, Call of Duty has always been a game that has a very low skill ceiling and low skill floor, and it's deliberately designed to that so it can cater to as many people as humanly possible. It's taken me a while to realize that this is the case, and it's taken me a while to realize what they are doing. Basically, you die really fast. There's lots of ways in which you can die, line of sights. You can't check them all, it's impossible. The map design is designed in a certain way that it wants to funnel you towards certain kill zones. So you have like 4 or 5 different line of sights on one area. And the game pretty much comes down to you have to aim down sight, you have to look at people first, and whoever looking at who first will normally win. There are no gunfights in Call of Duty. It's literally fishing about, you're shooting them, there you go. The other thing we can talk about too is what they've done to the minimap. So they've changed the minimap so that you no longer appear on the minimap as a red dot if you're firing an unsilenced weapon. They also changed it to where they zoomed it in. Yes, I've noticed that, and I've not played Call of Duty for years, so there you go. I'm surprised honestly more people aren't talking about the zoomed in minimap. I assume this is because people are bad and they haven't paid attention to it, but I've spotted it. It's there. I've noticed it very quickly. I had a feeling something was going on, but I wasn't too sure until I actually bothered to look, and I was like, okay. So we have a zoomed in minimap that doesn't show people on the map anymore. I honestly sort of like that, and I like that because I feel like that's useful. The problem though, and this is the problem, is that they've not replaced it with something that is more skill dependent. And what I mean by that is footsteps. So the footsteps in this game, you can hear people but you don't know where they're coming from, so you can't work out the direction. I remember playing Modern Warfare 2 and I could tell where someone was based on their footsteps and the direction and where they were and their speed without a headset. And yet I have a headset now and I can't do that in this game. I know people are here, but I don't know where they are. I don't know which direction they're in. I don't know where they... And this is what Call of Duty is. It's a game which just strips away so much to make it so easy, and I'm not a big fan, if I'm being particularly honest with you. I feel like it runs, it plays okay, it's fine, it's got kill streaks too. I don't know, I just feel like the designers of this game want to make a tactical game like Siege, just realistic, and they're just not being allowed to do it. I feel like they don't want to put kill streaks into the game. I feel like they want the guns to be harder to use. I feel like they want the whole game to be harder, more tactical, and they just, because they include these elements that sort of hint that, and yet they don't have any capacity to do that based in the Call of Duty series, because it doesn't fit into the Call of Duty series. And there's that. But yeah, this game, it's fine. I haven't noticed anything wrong with it. Is this a game for me? Not really, no. I honestly want to have a shooting game, finally, after all this time, which allows me to run around and kill people and use my skill to beat people, but shooters are somewhat gone the way of the real-time strategy game, where they've been dumbed down, and they're focusing on a very narrow market now, and I'm not interested in it. I'm just not interested. I'd rather play something like Siege, because I feel like Siege would be more interesting and more fun. Whereas this game, I'm literally running around corners, I'm dying instantly, there's nothing I can really do. I'm being hit by kill streaks all the time, and yeah, like I'm dying super quick. And I don't even have time to like aim down sight. Ugh. So yeah, not a big fan. It's classic Call of Duty, it's more Call of Duty with, I'm going to assume, aggressive microtransactions and aggressive DLC. So what I mean by that is loot boxes, paid map DLC, and this is also quite fun too. Apparently shotguns have no range in this game, but everything else seems to be able to kill you instantly. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty's weapon balance, if I'm being honest with you. Hey, shotguns are in the game, we can't kill people really short distance away. But SMGs and assault rifles can, because, yeah. Anyway, there's a bit of a ramble about Call of Duty, my first impressions. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye.